to tell you, I've seen that video so many times, and I love it every time. I lead an organization whose very foundation was built on the precision of words. Words matter. It's hard to imagine three more perfect descriptors for today's media industry than icons, genius, and maverick. We typically think of these words to describe an individual. I'm going to talk to you today about how they apply to my institution and the dichotomy that lies within each. The LA Times is one of the world's foremost news organizations. It has flourished for over 130 years with smart, powerful, authoritative journalism. It is, in a word, iconic. Yet, it's a legacy business in an industry being defined by digital advances, previously unimagined news sources, and operating in a culture where instant gratification isn't fast enough. As we transform the LA Times to meet the digital realities, we repositioned our organization to focus on our strengths and cover the Golden State like no other, which we're uniquely positioned to do. We bring California to the world and the world to California. We love that we live at the crossroads where creativity and technology intersect, and we've embraced both. We need to think and act like a maverick, like we have nothing to lose. The trick is to do so while fiercely protecting what made us iconic in the first place, and allowing us to have moments of genius. The LA Times' history, credibility, and influence has made it iconic. What happens in our region, particularly Los Angeles, has global impact. Horizons and imaginations are limitless here. Millions of readers every day depend upon our coverage. For example, our coverage of prescription drugs and the abuses with both doctors prescribing and patients taking drugs has led to legislative reforms. Our expose on the makeup of the Academy voting members has been a catalyst for change. Our report on the burgeoning world population has increased awareness. And our investigative report on the 911 response times has saved lives. So that's the good news. We do great work. And yet, we're considered old media. The challenge for old media, and one that's not limited to newspaper companies, is the need to continue to attract new audiences and younger readers. We vie for attention with Angry Birds and Flying Pigs, with Netflix binging, and food photos on Instagram, which is one of my personal favorites. It's a crowded space out there. Nearly 1/3 of Americans under 40 stated that The Daily Show and The Colbert Report was their primary source of news. And there's Twitter and Facebook and the next big thing. For us, it's all about relevance. News and information is extremely relevant to non-newspaper subscribers. We just need our news to be where the conversations are happening, and understand that a conversation is a two-way street. As we develop new sources, we need to understand that to remain iconic means to put our news and information where, when, and how readers want it. Which brings us to genius. Does genius matter? At the LA Times, we think of genius as institutional. It's part of our DNA. Over the years, we've won 41 Pulitzer Prizes. We love winning prizes. Who doesn't? But we understand that while prizes and accolades are great, eyeballs are crucial. We have more readers now than at any time in our long and storied history. Thanks to digital advances, we operate on a global stage. That global stage also leads to global competition. So no longer is our competition traditional news outlets. It includes crowdsourcing, includes social media, and it includes the world's population. The world's population is our competition, but it's also our accomplice. The fact that billions of people contribute every day to news and information is a daunting fact. It's also exhilarating. However, the recent tragic events at the Boston Marathon point out the inherent risks in crowdsourcing. Twitter and Reddit got it wrong. And not only did they get it wrong, they got it dangerously wrong. So did the New York Post, CNN, and the AP, whose incorrect story we also briefly ran online. Those events point out the difference between witnessing something and reporting it out. We strongly believe in the power of social media and crowdsourcing as both tools and mediums for promotion, information gathering, conversations, reporting, and speed. However, a Facebook post isn't necessarily authoritative. A lone blogger doesn't have the resources to subpoena records and dig deeper. And crowdsourcing doesn't include lively newsroom debate and layers of skilled editors to ensure accuracy. We need to embrace new ways of distributing our information for both accuracy and speed. We believe that experience will be part of the consumer's equation in choosing a news source. So, to summarize, expertise plus judgment plus checks and balances equals genius. Genius matters. Which brings us to the Maverick portion of our talk, my favorite part. It doesn't get much more mainstream than the LA Times. And yet, fearless, independent, and rebellious reporting, it's part of our culture. That's pretty Maverick. We tend to stick it to the man occasionally. Take our reporting on the Catholic Church, for example, or our reporting on the Boy Scouts of America, or our publishing of controversial photos taken in Afghanistan. Believe me, we don't enjoy getting calls from the Pentagon. Being a maverick for us means to take risks. It also means that the outcome may or may not be as we intended it to be. We're applying this same maverick mindset to the advertising portion of our business. We work to create bold, innovative, and effective advertisements. An example would be an advertisement we created for Disney a couple of years back to launch Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. The result was a front-page advertisement featuring Johnny Depp in his orange-haired, top-hatted glory. The front page is a bit of hallowed ground. So this ad achieved its objective and created buzz. It created a lot of buzz. It also created a lot of controversy. It created controversy in our own newsroom, created controversy in journalism circles, and amongst some of our readers. We take our responsibility to our readers very seriously. We have a luxury that many brands don't enjoy. We have a deep, familial, often decades-long connection to our readers. We're there with you at breakfast. We're ready and willing to go to the beach. We're always there in a crisis, or giving you tips on fitness, or a restaurant suggestion. And of course, we're a big part of Sunday. We take this relationship personally. It is personal with our readers. Whether they're our devoted 7-day print readers who ask us to never change, or our digital readers who check headlines in the morning, sports scores, and breaking news all day long on their phones, and then come home in the evening, pull out their tablet, and have a relaxing read on the couch. Therein lies the dilemma. The Maverick mainstream paradox. It's our mantle to bear. The future won't be kind if we don't make many Maverick leaps, and then leap some more. The last few years have been ones of relentless digital experimentation and revenue diversification. Our business model is changing as readers and advertisers migrate to digital sources. Last year, we put a stake in the ground to claim our journalism has value in all mediums. We metered our website and started charging for digital content. We weren't the first out with this execution, but it was new for us and uncharted territory, and we certainly heard from those that believe content should be free. The digital universe is rife with maverick behavior, experimentation, success, and failures. For example, aggregators. We remain conflicted on whether to partner with or defend against aggregators. On one hand, the fact that they want to republish our content validates the value of our content. On the other hand, it limits our ability to pay for the production of that very same content, either with subscription revenue or advertising revenue. Are the aggregators traffic drivers? Promotional partners? Are they thieves? Should we become one? These are questions we'll answer over time with a lot of experimentation and conversations. Who knows? Maybe I'll be up here next time talking about how our experiment was the next big thing. In summary, being an icon, a genius, or a maverick cuts both ways. The world envies and admires an icon's success and mocks its failures. Success and failure are both part of the maverick vocabulary. It's a high-wire act and not for the faint of heart, but well worth the journey. At the LA Times, we're here to stay. What we do matters. Quality journalism matters. There is no silver bullet. There's no one easy solution on which to cement the future of the LA Times. So we'll continue pursuing the truth, pushing boundaries, starting conversations, finding new ways to inform and entertain, and continue being fearless. Thank you.